Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to have live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. We want you guys to be live with us so you get the best numbers when we give you these plays here in real time. And to let you know about a few of the things we have going on over at Tony's Picks, our promo code, you can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Also, love to hear from you guys, so post your picks in the comments below. Of course, we do have a podcast, every pick, every show in podcast form. Tony's Picks is the podcast available on all major platforms. Just search Tony's Picks. Our website is Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You can see some of our hot cappers right now. We see Ramon a bit up there doing great work. Collins, Tiffany, Pravy with a really strong day, probably with a strong day to start from Wall Street up on the board, doing great. Collins. Click the link, get signed up to our long-term passes. Here you'll find our latest premium picks here up on the board. Feature plays by our cappers, our best bets. Each capper can release one best bet per sport per day. As you can see, multiple sports here from our cappers, like Tiffany, Ramon with looks like 3 best bets on the board tonight. Of course, probably coming in with 3 of them as well. I'm in there with the best bet, Mindy as well. Yeah, so go ahead and get signed. Morning's team here with some as well. So go ahead and get signed up. Our $15 premium pick. Each capper can designate one of their picks off their card as a $15 premium pick, just to introduce their service to new and existing customers. You can see many of the cappers want to make a great impression. You see all the best bets there at 15 today. A lot of 3-packs, great value out there. So check them out there on our package for the packages. And of course, as you scroll down, you will find our pick ticker. You can purchase picks a la carte from our pick ticker, and of course, the pick ticker is as well profit guarantee, as is all our one-day passes. Individual plays are profit guarantee. The longer terms are not. The ones you see with the yellow, those are not, because they're already sold here at a discount price over at Tony'sPicks.com. So you'll see the longer term pass. I think we do have one featured up there that's in yellow right there. Any of the yellow are not, so remember that. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this show underway. On the show today with us is Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. All right, let's get game day picks underway. Let's welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Tune in Saturdays through Thursdays for that morning steam with Ramon and Mindy. Ready to go with Mindy right now. Mindy, what's happening?
Oh, just sitting around listening to my dogs bark. I mean, geez, they can't give me a break.
Guess not. Guess not. All right, here we go tonight. We're going to the NHL. Big card tonight from hockey. 8 Eastern Time. Wild here to face the Oilers here. The Wild minus 165, total 6.5.
Yeah, you have an Oilers team here that's on a back-to-back. They're 7-4 on the road, 5-6 on the road to the puck line, and 5-4 to the over here this season in their last 10. While the Wild, they're 5-6 at home, 4-8 on the home puck line, and then 4-6 to the under in their last 10. So today you got Jack Campbell. I think he's pretty much going to be in goal. Not officially confirmed yet, but yeah, he gives up full 4 goals here a game, and then he's only won actually just 2 out of his last 5 starts, so he's been struggling a little bit at goal here this season. And then you have Fleury in there for the Wild. He gives up about 3 goals here per game. So yeah, if you take a look at these two teams here, the Oilers and the Wild, they have each scored 13 goals in their last 3 games. So then each of them on offense here putting up 4.3 goals here on average. This has been kind of an under game here in the past. But if I take a look at it, the over here is 4-1 in the Oilers' last 5 overall. It's also 4-1 in the Wild's last 5 overall here as well. And it's one of those that the Oilers, they haven't actually been involved in any sort of under game since, November 16th, and the Wild since November 19th. So both of these teams here, as of late, have been putting the puck in the net, and I expect the Wild here to pile on the goals here tonight. So like the over here in this one, Tony.
I mean, he says Oilers Wild over total of 6.5 goals. Yeah, as you mentioned here, the Oilers that would put up they got a 5 spot last night over in regulation, and they had 4-4. So they put up 13 over the past 2 games.
Yes, it's been a bunch. And then also, if you kind of take a look at, too, just, some of these, for and against, home and away records. So for Edmonton, their 4 and against is 6.82. right? And Minnesota's for and against is 7.17 at home. So yeah, I mean, both of these right now, two teams are just putting it in the net, and also those goalies aren't really helping them out here too much either, Tony.
All right, so Mindy here on Oilers Wild over the total of 6.5. This one to have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight. Single NBA game, but lots going on in college hoops. Got conference actions here from the Pac-12, as well as a big card from the NHL. Doing great work in the NHL. You can see it over the past 30 days, 2,223 units of profit. That is all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com, so you can verify those numbers there. All right, so what do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, so I do have a 5-pack in the NHL where I've been, super hot. So again, this is the time to get on with a hot capper, right? So go ahead and pick that up for a relatively inexpensive price. And then also, I love these new features, Tony. I'm sure you're going to go over it here on the leaderboard. But if I, take a look, I'm actually way better than totals, actually, than I am on the spread here with my record. And so I didn't really realize that. But so, hey, I'm giving you another totals game here today as well in the NHL. You can also go ahead and get a lot of action with me today in college basketball. Have a 7-pack of early games, those 6 o'clock tips or Central Standard Time anyway, those early tip-off games. And then I actually did a late game too, or a late 3-pack. So if you decide, well, I'm going to see how I do a little bit here in the early games and then say, hey, maybe we'll see what else we got for the late. I will have another 3-pack available for you there. Also have the best bets available for both hockey and college basketball. So yeah, it's a great time to go ahead and get either a 3-day, 7-day, or a season-long pass. We talked about the month-long, which we think right now is probably the biggest bang for your buck. If you like to be involved in all sports, you're going to get everything, all the bowl games. I mean, it's going to be awesome. And then also you can, if you're just interested in my hottest, handicapping sport right now with hockey, you can go ahead and just purchase a hockey package there as well. And so lots to offer everyone here on the website at Tony'sPicks.com. And make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout on any of those, shorter term plays.
That's right. Again, boys, Mindy over at Tony's Picks. Doing great work here in hockey. It's brought up 2,233 units of profit. Very good results here from Mindy. As you can see, that is all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. And of course, today over on the site, Mindy with action today from college basketball, and with a 3-pack, 7-pick as well here from college hoops. So a 3 and a 7-pack up there. Also on the ice, a 5-pack from the NHL. She's been red hot there. A best bet as well from NHL. So get on board with Mindy. Also in here with a best bet from college basketball. Also, those are in orange. So those are profit guarantee. Must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. We get into the stuff that's in yellow, which are the longer term passes, not profit guarantee, but they're sold at a really big discount when you do the math and figure out what you get. They're really good values there. Of course, with the all sports passes here, of course, Mindy has a 7-day pass. She has a 1-month all sports pass there, even longer. If you just want to get into some of the sports, you can get, as mentioned, Mindy mentioned, that hockey package is up there on the board as well. With Mindy, get all of her premium plays over the remainder of the NHL season, including the playoffs, for that low price. You could also use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and that will reduce it by 20%. So $111 savings there when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout on the hockey package. But again, if you want the all sports, you can do that as well. Mindy has that 7-day all sports pass. So get all of her premium plays for 7 days, all her hockey, college basketball, NBA. Of course, NFL will be in action here Thursday, Sunday, Monday, college football, Friday and Saturday. So you want to try out for 7 days, do that. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. And I will mention this, on these longer term passes, they also include any late Steam releases that Mindy releases on the site. Of course, the late Steam are plays that cappers can put in between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. Unlike other sites, they give pretty much a time when you can put up the picks. They got to be in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, and after that, no picks entered. Well, for us, we do things a little differently. Yeah, we got to get those member picks in by that time. But if you see something like later in the day, make sure you put it in between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. This way, your long-term subscribers are emailed that play directly into their inbox. So the late Steam is emailed directly to the customer's inbox. You have a 5-minute exclusive window to take action on it, because after 5 minutes, it gets thrown into the pick ticker for sale with a little green indicator of a late Steam. So that's another feature there on our site. So again, if you get the longer term passes, they include the late steam plays from Mindy as well. So that 7-day pass, and she puts we have added some features to the leaderboard. There are some bugs in there. We got to fix the best bet bug in there. But anyway, everything else is working fine. But if you check out the leaderboard under Who's Hot, you can actually track the capper's performance with some of these new features we input to the site, like the $15 premium, like the late steam, like the best bets are now in there. Now you can check out everyone's performance based on totals, spreads, money lines, and more coming. But we're just you know, we're getting things rolling here over at Tony's Picks. We got to link it better, that's for sure, especially with a 2-for-1 capper. This, you know, again, I got to work with the GM to get this stuff done. But anyway, 2-for-1 capper. We have the you know, you can't find this anywhere. It's just in this little small, you know, we spend tons of money on putting this stuff in there. We do a horrible job of getting it linked on our site and getting banners up there. But anyway, we'll do that. We're just working a lot on site development right now, so that's what's happening. We got a lot. There's a lot going on at Tony's Picks. We're just pounding in the features on this thing. So anyways, you guys can follow us. You follow us all the development we've gone over the past year here. It's been quite phenomenal how fast our growth rate has been as far as software development. I think we're moving faster than faster than anybody in this industry as far as getting features implemented here, and of course giving and putting the customer experience first, the user experience first. We're not looking for page views. We put the user experience first. When you navigate our site, you'll see how easy it is. A lot of people tell me this as well, how great the navigation is and the setup of the site is, and we appreciate that. And we'll continue to strive for user experience over page views. Over those blinking ads that bother the hell out of me. So anyway, we're not going to have any of that up there either. So check it out. Get on board with Mindy and get that 7-day pass. It includes the late steam. And of course, don't forget to use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and that will save you 20% off. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click on the All Cappers tab, and when you do that, select Mindy. You'll land on her page, and lo and behold, you'll land right here on her handicapper page, and you can follow it along here, checking our results, as well as we have the simple leaderboard here. But if you want a more thorough one, we're not gonna put too much on these simple boards. You got to go over to the Who's Hot to check that out there, because there's just too much. There's just too much to have on one page here on that. But anyway, you'll be able to see here all her player plays in the 1-day passes that are profit guarantee, and the longer term passes there in yellow. So go ahead and get signed up. And of course, the pig ticker. Her pig ticker is in there. We now finally put the profit. It's profit guarantee now in the pig ticker. So anything you purchase a la carte is profit guarantee as well. So go ahead and get signed up. Mindy's in heavy action today. You can take a look there on the board. Lots of going on today on this big NHL card. Lots of college basketball going on. And just one NBA so as well. So lots going on there with Mindy over at Tony's Picks. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Mindy, and tell us about the morning's theme today. A lot of content up there, even some football.
Yeah, so you can find me at Twitter at Tony's Picks Mindy, where I offer additional free picks other than the picks on the morning's team and the picks on game day picks. There's even more picks over there. You can find some more college basketball there today. I believe it's in Wright State in that basketball game. So yeah, again, I feel like I always have numbers and letters all going through my head all at the same time, so it's hard for me to remember all my plays. And then Ramon put it in for me today, so thank you, Ramon, for that, because I was having trouble getting signed in. Yes. The morning's team, it's awesome. You should go find our show in the morning. You should hit the notification button so you get notified when we go live, so you can be there and witness the action in person. We appreciate all of the page views after the cut-ups, but it is a lot more fun, and I think people have found out that it is more fun if you actually get over there and watch the live show and be included and get in on the chat. So today we did go over, I think we went over about 7-8 games in college basketball, so you can find those. We did do the early morning slate and Thursday night football for the NFL. We did go over the one NBA game today also, and then that huge card in the NHL. So you can find even more plays with the morning steam, where we go over, all of the line moves, all of the market moves. We also get to see other folks' input on how they are feeling about the card. Had lots of winners yesterday, it sounded like, in the chat room, so we like that. We feel like we're doing a pretty good job with getting all of our information out so folks can do their due diligence and make the best plays and earn a profit here against Vegas. So Ramon and I are having a ton of fun doing the show. We really like it. I get to learn a lot from everyone, and we're looking forward to more great things to come with the morning steam. So thanks for watching.
That's right. So check out Mindy Hahn with Ramon on Morning Steam here. We got Saturday through Thursday over on our YouTube channel and Twitter, Tony's Picks. And of course, if you miss any of the shows, you can check all the archives right there on our YouTube channel. Or again, check us out on our podcast. Every pick, every show in podcast form, it's Tony's Picks. It's the podcast on all major platforms. All you got to do is type in Tony's Picks on any of your favorite platform. We know many of you are driving home from work. Check out the full almost 2 hour show today. That was a big show. Yeah, I know, because I was waiting to get my college basketball to show up.
Oh, you're waiting for it.
Yeah, because I slept in. I was sleepy last night. So you know what I'm going to do about 10. I'll get up early in the morning. I'll do 10 picks instead of trying to stay up and get 5 done. Because I was sleepy last night. So I'll give them more. Give them more if I get up early in the morning and get the night's sleep in before. So I did it. I said, "Oh, these guys are going long." I didn't bother them. It's fine. It's all right. It's all right. I'm just saying. But it's a long show today. I said, "Wow, they're 2 hours." But anyway, got a lot in there with all the soccer.
Yeah, it was like I think it was about 22 plays, something like that. I want to say. So I mean, we had quite a bit of a big card to handle, and then also you have lots of input or news that comes up here with the NFL, right? I mean, so you got to talk about some Deshaun Watson news, and then you also have to cover these college basketball games that were awesome last night.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
We couldn't have asked for better games, and I think we have really good games here tonight as well.
Yeah, and the Pac-12 delivering us some conference action there. So we're going right from these tournaments, holiday boom, right into conference play. There you go. Lots happening there.
And great matchups.
Oh yeah, really good matchups, guys. So check out the Morning Steam with Mindy, and of course check her out on our Twitter. We set up for Tony's Picks Mindy. Mindy, is always great having your show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, thanks so much. We'll see ya.
You got Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here, Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us to get the best numbers and to chat, because we always like your responses in the chat room. Let's continue on here now. Up next, Ramon. You'll find him over at Tony's Picks, putting up some great numbers up there. Ramon, what's happening? I know your eyes are glued. There has been massive developments here in the World Cup. Why don't you get us up to date? Right. Because I've been talking to Mindy, and I've been seeing Japan now up ahead. We saw Costa Rica push a goal. What's going on right now?
Well, yeah, Tony, that's the big news. Japan with 2 Gorus, working on my Japanese there, 2 Gorus to take the lead. And not only will they go through, they'll win the group. What a turn of events for Japan. They'll take the lead in the group. Spain would go through if this current grouping of results finishes off like it is. Of course, the other game, Germany, a real Shonda, if you will. Look up your German. A real Shonda with this old German team. They're going to finish last in the group stage for the 2nd straight World Cup. So things are going to change. They sent out their very, very old team, and they looked bad. Costa Rica, the Ticos.
If Costa Rica can win, if they can win this game, they'll pass Spain in there. So there's a lot going on here. So this is not Costa Rica still in with a shot. Looks this way.
Man, that'd be great.
Because they beat. I
don't know.
They beat Japan.
I've always pulled for Costa Rica because what can you say behind. Las Vegas, back in Costa Rica, that's the gambling capital of the world.
That is. All right, Ramon, we just wanted the update. Let's get to the picks. These guys are going to get on us here. So let's go. ESPNU. We have Oregon State here hosting Washington. We got Washington favored 5. Total sits at 132.
Well, look, Tony, Oregon State already has won 3 basketball games this season, and why is that big news? Because Oregon State won 3 basketball games all of last season. So now one of those games was against Bushell, a Division II school this year. But still, for Oregon State, that's kind of big news considering how bad this program has been. They're going to host Washington here in this one. Washington 6-1 straight up coming in, but no victories over power schools yet. In fact, they already have not an embarrassing loss, certainly, but they're not perfect at this point. Oregon State, meanwhile, they did beat Tulsa and Florida A&M to start off 3-0, but they've returned right back to form with 4 straight losses. One of those losses was at the night tournament to Duke by 3. I don't know how that came about because to me it looks like Oregon State's kind of reverted right back to where Oregon State maybe was last year. I mean, they have 6 freshmen right now. They've really Coach Tinkle's kind of revamping it again, the whole thing. So I'm not sure we know what Oregon's going to be, or Oregon State's going to be up to this season. Their leading scorer Jordan Pope's a freshman, averaging 16 points a game. Meanwhile, Washington, they've gone over in 5 of 7 games this season. They've won and covered 3 straight, averaging 69 points per game. They're favored here by 5. Certainly, their average score about 70 to 63 this season. But I'm going to look for Washington maybe to put up a big number here. Washington won a couple of meetings last year against the Beavers, 78-67 and 82-72 here in Corvallis. So I'm not sure that Oregon State is making that great of strides, despite that little spurt at the start of the season to get those couple of wins. I mean, Florida A&M's not very good. The last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over. You have Washington has gone over in 5 of their 6 games this season. They went over in a win over Seattle, 77-66. They went over in a win against St. Mary's, and they went over in a game against Utah Tech. They also went over against Cal Baptist. That was actually their loss to CBAP. So they've got, former Kentucky player Keon Brooks, PJ Fuller. He might be questionable tonight, and also freshman Keon Minifield. So Washington's gone 21-7 to the over in their last 28 road games dating back to last season, and also has gone 15-5-1 in their last 21 games overall dating back to last year. Meanwhile, Oregon State, they've gone 24-10 to the over in their last 34 overall dating back to last season, including 13-4 in their last 17 games at home dating back to last year. Not necessarily because of their offense, but they did score combined 154 points in a pair of losses to Portland State. Portland State's not very good either, mind you, Tony. They've only beaten Oregon State pretty much so far this year. They're pretty bad. And there was also 147 points in a loss to Florida. So I'm going to look for this one to go over this time. I think Washington is a team that might be able to, have their way with it scoring wise. They're only favored by 5. I don't know. I kind of question that a little bit. I think everyone's going to see that Duke game that Oregon State played, just lost, I believe, 54-51. So I don't know. That was maybe a bit of an anomaly. Oregon State games are averaging right about this total so far. They've lost by an average score of 68-65. But just with these trends and the fact that this series trends to the over, that's the way I'm going to look at this one. I'm going to go over with Washington and Oregon State tonight.
All right, Ramon says go over here. Washington and Oregon State over the total here, 132. Even though the adjusted tempo sits around 336 here with Oregon State. We'll see. How do you find the pace of play in this one? How do you see it going?
Yeah, well, for me, it's going to be more about Washington's ability, I think, to take advantage of a young team on Oregon State. I don't think they'll be able to handle a little bit of offensive pressure from Washington. I think defense is something you really have to grow into there when it comes to a matchup like this. Like I said, Oregon State's getting a lot of attention, at the betting window, too. I know there's a lot of support out there for them, but, man, for a team that won 3-28 last season, that was one of the worst records in the country. So I would think pace-wise, just the fact that Washington so far, they're the better team. They're 5-2 to the over so far this season in those 7 games. So I think they'll enjoy more of a free flow for them against an inexperienced Oregon State team. Oregon State 250th in adjusted defensive efficiency so far. So pace-wise, you do have Washington paces up a little bit, and Oregon State definitely paces down, but maybe out of necessity. So in order to keep up with Washington tonight, Oregon State may feel a little bit of pressure to score offensively rather than trying to play some defense against Washington. They're very, very young. One of the youngest teams in the country are the Beavers.
Yeah, they're when you look at this Beaver team, they are It's 304th in the nation in D1 experience. Minutes continuity just 307. So these players have not played too much together, and they don't have a whole lot of experience on a D1 court. As you mentioned, inexperience there with that Beaver side. Washington, Oregon State over total here of 132. This one will have a start time of 10 Eastern time over on ESPNU. All right, Ramon, let's go over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Of course, we have a big board here from the NHL, doing great work in the NHL. 3,370 units of profit. That is all documented over at Tony's Picks. So when you go to Ramon's handicapper page, you can check that out and see it for yourself. One from the NBA, the NFL game, as well as a lot from college hoops. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
A little bit of everything tonight. Tony really got to clean up a mess I laid out there last night. Speaking of sleep, but yeah, I just went to bed before the last games were even final. I was so mad, and I knew I was going to be handicapping an all-nighter because I got to turn around a little bit. But I've got a 3-pack in the NHL tonight that goes off. 3 of the late West Coast games. Also have an NHL best bet from an early start as my $15 Tony's Picks special, the $15 guaranteed best bet pick. So pick that one up, profit guaranteed in the NHL. So 4 games total, but a 3-pack late and an early best bet. I also have a standalone play in the NFL game tonight. Great game. Buffalo, New England. How will that one play out in this one with Buffalo trying to, get back to form a little bit, and the Patriots still with plenty of life. Play home defense too, so we'll see. They're the healthier team apparently, as Buffalo might be fighting a little flu bug. Also involved tonight, Tony, in that standalone NBA game between Dallas and Detroit. Maybe 2 teams with different objectives, but right now Dallas doesn't play very well on the road. Detroit's finding some covers, so how will that one go tonight? Pick up my NBA best bet at Tony'sPicks.com. And I have a 5-pack in college basketball. I'm not going to stop firing on college basketball, especially on totals. I'm going to keep going, so I've got 5-pack tonight at Tony'sPicks.com. Should be a pretty good card. I mean, it's all mostly, I think, of these Pac-12 games, but I'm all over the map as far as some of the games are concerned. A lot of mid-major action that I like to focus in on. But yeah, funny you mentioned it. Those early starts. I mean, I think the earliest conference start in like 30-plus years. We kind of made fun of the Big Ten for starting in before the Christmas break in December, but the Pac-10's putting that to shame with this start tonight.
We used to see the MAAC, Metro Atlantic Conference, would start single games once in a while. I remember that's when I would cap those on the Fridays sometimes to get those early December games in as well, because they start the conferences early, those mid-majors. But anyway, get on board with Ramon over at Tony's Picks. We put Ramon's profile page up there. You can check out the leaderboards where he's been performing really great. So look at the NHL. This is for 2022. As you see, we highlighted here at 2022, showing great results here in NHL. The NBA over 2,000 units of profit. College football, about 1,200. Had a really good summer league. The NFL showing great profit as well here with 678 units of profit here for Ramon here in the NFL. So that's showing great results there for Ramon. And of course, he did great work in the CFL. If you checked out those videos that he did over the summer for the series. So get on board with Ramon. As he mentioned, he's in action tonight. We've got right now the NHL late night 3-pack up there. Also college basketball with a 5-packer. NHL discount best bet here. The $15 premium up there is a best bet from Ramon. Also an NBA best bet. And of course the Thursday night best bet as well. Ramon heavy action right now over at Tony's Picks. Of course you can see them. They are in orange, so they are profit guarantee. These 1-day passes guaranteed to turn a profit, or if not, the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. The ones you see in yellow are not, because they're the longer term passes, and they're already sold at substantial savings there when you look at them. Of course, here we are on a Wednesday. You may just consider that 7-day all sports pass. Get all Ramon's plays here for 7 days. That'll include all of his NFL. We got NFL here Thursday. We got it Sunday, and we got it Monday. Also, college football here, the big Friday games here as well as Saturday. Into the NHL, the cards from as well. College basketball, a lot of great action here from college basketball this week, as well as NHL, NBA. So get on board with that play. Also, if Ramon is in action into the World Cup, we're getting into the knockout stages beginning here on Saturday. So that will also include an MMA card coming up on the weekend. Ramon's in action just about every UFC card. The UFC card as well is included in that 7-day pass. Also make note Also included there is the late steam plays, and we are now tracking late steam on our website. You can actually click under where it says who's hot, and that has a feature there where you can actually see all the cappers' performances on a lot of categories, including the late steam, the best bet. As I think we may have corrected that best bet. We'll keep an eye on that. Was a bug on there, but I think it's maybe corrected now, as well as the $15 premium picks. So a lot of data there for you to check out over at Tony's Picks now. Of course, we can show results by totals, money line, spreads. We've added a lot more features there to the Who's Hot leaderboard page. So check the link here on the side to check it out. And of course, that 1 week all sports pass. Get signed up, and don't forget to use that promo code Tony T at checkout. You'll save 20% off. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then you will line up right here on Ramon's page and go ahead and get signed up. Ramon, we put together a Twitter account for you, Tony's Picks Ramon, as well as your morning steam show.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. My free pick tonight over at Tony's Picks Ramon. Follow me on Twitter. It's going to be in the game between Detroit and Fort Wayne. So log on to Twitter and head on over to Tony's Picks Ramon. Get free picks there usually every day during the week, sometimes on the weekends as well, time permitting. But my play tonight, get one more free play from me over there at Tony's Picks Ramon in the Detroit and Fort Wayne game. And yeah, Mindy and I are in action tonight. You can go check us out on the Morning Steam on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, where we come together with our chat, go over all the major games on the major sports for sure, and select college basketball games as well. We make a couple of picks on them. If we agree, it's a consensus play. We track those plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. If you ever miss the show, you can pick those up every day just by subscribing to the Morning Steam Consensus Picks. It's a product at Tony'sPicks.com. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save that 20%. But we put all of our agreements over there. And when you got someone who is doing so well in hockey like Mindy, I should tag along and ride the coattails a little bit over there at Tony'sPicks.com. So pick those up. You can check all the records, like you said, with all the bells and whistles and those new features that we have to break it down, side total money lines, including the best bets, the $15 and whatnot. So just some cool features here at Tony'sPicks.com. And you can pick up our plays from the Morning Steam. We're dark on Fridays. We'll be back on Saturday with previewing those college football championship games for Saturday. So a big day of college football as we head into December, head into the bowl season.
That's right, guys. Check out Ramon over at Tony's Picks Ramon. And, of course, that Morning Steam it airs here Saturday through Thursday live here at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And, of course, get signed up for Ramon's Best Bet for the night as well, with all his action there over on the side. All right, Ramon, it's always great having you on the show. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Thanks, Tony. See you then.
You got Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here, Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you guys live with us to get those best numbers when we give you these plays here in real time. All right, let's continue on here with the show. And it's now time for my picks, so let me go ahead and get my game card up for you right now. As we're going to be looking at college hoops for tonight, as we've got Utah facing Arizona on Pac-12 Network. Arizona a road favorite, 6.5. Total 154. No-taking road teams were a little rough yesterday. Oh boy. But I think I'm going to go here with this road team here tonight with the Arizona Wildcats. I just think there's just too much class here with this Wildcats team. Arizona laying 6.5 here against the Utah Utes. And, of course, looking at this one, Arizona, as we know, they're a 6-0 team, had a really impressive win there in the Maui tournament, taking out Cincinnati, San Diego State, and Creighton. They sit third in offensive efficiency. They're hitting 45% from three, 67% were their 2-point shot. They got some. These are the bigs. They're big beast in the middle there, who's hitting well. And defensively, they're holding teams to just 42% around the 2-point line. So I like them in this spot. Looking at Utah, 5-2. They do have a home loss of Sam Houston State by 10. They lost by 3 to Mississippi State on a neutral. Yeah, I know Utes have really good size, and they did defend pretty well, but I just believe the talent level is just too much here from what I've seen visibly from this team, because they've been on really high-profile games on TV, and what I've seen on the numbers here. And especially what I saw in that rest, remember, and that rested spot against Cincinnati, they came on a flyer. Here we are. It's a conference opener. You're going to get the best out of Arizona here. The play Arizona here laying the 6.5. Guys, check out Tony's Picks. I got a 3-pack up there. I got my best bets right now from the NFL also bundled in that 3-pack, so you can buy it individually or you can buy it as well in my 3-pack. We'll put up my handicapper page right now, and we'll hit the refresh screen. Let's refresh. Always shows up this like this for some reason, but anyway, here we go. We've got the best bet here, or you can buy it a 3-pack, and my best bet is already included there. So no reason to buy both, because when you buy my 3-pack, my best bet's bundled in there. So a 3-pack going on right now over at Tony's Picks. So get signed up with that, or as well as best bet. And of course, I do have my longer term passes here, as you can see. 3, 7, or 30-day pass up to a year. You get all my premium plays for that period of time when you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase. And of course, also includes any late steam that it may enter in between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. And don't forget, check out this new link we have up here called Who's Hot. It's a more extensive leaderboard showing results here from late steam, best bets, $15, over-unders, sides, and spreads. And so I should say spreads and money lines. So check out our new leaderboard over on the Who Hots link there on at tonyspicks.com. All right, let's go ahead and let's recap the plays from today's show. We had Mindy on the Oilers Wild over 6.5, Ramon, Washington, and Oregon State over 132, and I was on Arizona laying the 6.5 here against Utah. That's going to do for this edition of the show, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again, bringing our cappers in from Tony's Picks, and they'll go with their plays here for you for the Friday action. That's going to do. Let's bring in everybody here from today's show. Going to wave goodbye to you guys. Have a great evening, afternoon.